YouTube. My name is Mighty O, known as Mr. Jones, here with our channel. Thank you for my very first review. Today we're reviewing one of the very first pieces of gear that I played on. Well, second to third, really. But it's a Williams Allegra 2. I'm going to talk about basically who it's for, why would you get this, and the strengths, weaknesses, and just essentially who would be in the market for this device. Just hold tight. Please, if you like the video, if it helps you, leave a comment and like it, and we'll move forward. Thank you. This is a Williams Allegra 2. This is the old school, I would like to call it, before they, it wasn't as bad as the first Williams Allegra, but it's definitely a step up. But this is still what we would call a budget-minded or a cheap digital piano. It has hammer action, 88 keys on here. It has its own sounds. So if you need something with some sounds, I would not definitely use this own sounds as a stage piano. I would definitely plug a laptop or use another sound source for this particular piano. But it's something that if you have a young one, or you know someone that wants to get into playing piano, or you play for a church and you need something to practice on while you're at home, this is something that's really good for that. Or if you 90% of the time, if you're producing and you're using a laptop, you're not using hardware, this is something that's perfect for that as well. So it's not something that, like I said, I wouldn't do gigs with this. I wouldn't, go play a wedding or something like that with it. But I would definitely, if I needed a choir rehearsal or something that I can practice songs for a Sunday service or something like that, this is definitely a good board to have to practice on. If you need hammer, if you need weighted keys, this is a good thing to have. Now we get to some of the drawbacks of having a keyboard like this. Number one, the build quality is not the best. You're not going to get the best sound out of this thing. The pianos they're very tingy. Honestly, if you get a Casio CDP S range or Yamaha P45 or P71 off of Amazon, you get a much better sound, much better piano. If you don't need hammer action in the Leases, Prestige, or I forgot what they call it. Forgive me, but the Leases, the entry level beginner piano, if you don't need weighted keys, that will work for you. If you need a better sounding piano. But if you're running sounds, if you're using software, if you are learning how to play and you don't want to spend like a lot of money, you could definitely get a used version of this, probably for about like $100, $150 on Facebook. And it will, it does what it does. You can play on it, and if you don't want to play, then you don't really lose a whole lot, and that's how you that's what you're getting into when you get into this. I have included a couple of videos of me playing on the regular piano. If you ask me what my favorite sound on this keyboard is, it'll be the standard Rhodes sound, I think. It's the only one that I think is like decent as far as like if I'm if I'm actually playing and just be playing on something. I guess maybe I have a somewhat of a charm for cheaper keyboards, because when I got into music, I didn't have a lot of money, so I was really gigging on this thing for about 3 or 4 years until I was able to get, like, I think somebody sold me a Yamaha DGX, like the 520 the one without the weighted keys, and I was on that, touring on that for a couple of years, but it's still, that humble beginning. It's one of those things where, as a musician, you look back on some gear that you had, and you like, I remember when I was, didn't have nothing, wasn't getting paid, learning, learning everything, and this is one of those things. Once again, if you are looking for a keyboard and you need to gig and do weddings and stuff like that, I think real professionals know this is not the keyboard to go get. If you just need something to practice on, or once again, you got a board that you're putting in the choir room, or in a fellowship hall or something like that to play for choir rehearsals or little small settings, and you just need something to play on, this is something that can supply that. Me, I use it to, once again, I play into dolls with it, or I'm running sounds out of it because I just like using weighted keys. And we have a lot of keyboards at my house, so I don't really need this one. So it ain't gonna be here long. But I just, for nostalgia's sake, it was good to get something, especially when I ain't had to pay a lot of money for this. It was good to have something that takes you back to when you didn't have it. When you really were starting out and you were young in music and your ministry, and just playing on this brings back a few memories and how that early struggles were. But, it's not one of those keyboards that you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to get this. And, this is not, if you were big in the hardware and you need like big keyboards, no. But if you have like an MPC, or you run an Ableton Live and you got a bunch of plugins, then yeah, you can run virtual instruments. This is plug and play. It automatically hooks up to anything you plug it into, including your iPhone if you're, running programs from it, or iPad or whatever else. So it's good for that, But as far as like, this is something that you're gonna be like blowing somebody out the park with. No, these sounds ain't. Don't do it. Don't do it. But once again, if you don't have money to buy a new digital piano, you're just getting into music. You just need something to play on, and this is what you do. Of course, you see behind me, I got some used gear. I will be doing a review on the. I have a Casio WK200 in the corner that we will get a review on that before it goes to its new home. I have a set of students that's they're going to get that so I can get my DGX 520 back. I like my old keyboards, and I got a Yamaha MX 49 Blue Baby. I'm gonna maybe do a review on them just to kind of show you guys like what we do, how I do music, what I'm using in my little makeshift studio right now until we move into our new house and stuff. But just to kind of show you behind the scenes, like the journey, what the gear is, if you're getting into music, how you can get into it and not spend a lot of money. Once again, if you like the video, if this helps you in any kind of way, let us know, and we'll keep pumping these out. Thank you once again for watching, and have a great night.